I can't trust nobody. I was doing it all by myself, I didn't need no help. I didn't do it with nobody. And it's still jammed in the back of my head that you gotta watch out for everybody.
The song is called Corrupted Files by AMG Dolo. I've actually liked AMG Dolo for a long time. I hope y'all fuck with the fit. Then I'm going to talk about depression, anxiety, a bunch of different points with it. As you all know, I research a lot of psych stuff. I also have been diagnosed with depression and anxiety, technically, by multiple people. But I don't really believe in that shit, so, like, it's whatever. I don't even know why I put this on, bro. I'm like, something keeps getting in my eye, though. I just have these glasses. I only wear them at night when I'm recording, because, like, it's like blue light, whatever, fucking nonsense. I heard someone say this once. I think it was Sisyphus55, great YouTube channel, check it out. He says, depression, a reflection on your past, everything you've messed up, and all the good moments that you'll never have again. Right? It's a corpse of the self you were. And anxiety, after looking at how bad the past was, reflects on the future and expects the same. Constantly fearful for the next moment. Anything could be your next big mess up. Right? So let's talk about the cause of these things. You know, being from the Chicago area, we don't get a lot of sun there in the winter, like at all, really. Like you'll go like a month and you'll see the sun like once in the winter time. Normally it's an El Nino year, so everything got messed up. But it's just cold outside, so you won't even be outside in the first place. And I talk to people from Illinois that I meet down here. I was talking to this girl from Wisconsin that's in my English class, and I go, every winter you can just feel that people are depressed, you know, like the energy's down. All the girls start coming to school with like no makeup, and she's got like pajama pants on, you know, and everyone just gets quiet and shit. And you could just feel it, man. Like, think about it. In the northern areas like Alaska, Canada, Minnesota, alcoholism is very prevalent, right? Wisconsin, for sure in Wisconsin, bro. The people this is interesting. The people I meet from Wisconsin down in Arizona are still alcoholics, and it's like, bro, you're not even in there anymore. Like, they just kept the habit. I'm getting a little sick, I think, guys. It's not good. But anyways, and just like when it's cold out all the time, you don't get vitamin D. Vitamin D is essential for producing dopamine. In addition to this, just staying cooped up inside is just gonna make you depressed, you know? Even if you went outside in your porch in quarantine, you're still fucking sitting outside all the time. Or you're still sitting in the same area. Just being in your room. There's nothing to do. No one wants to hang out outside or anything. Shit gets depressing. And it's just kind of part of the culture in Illinois, you know? It's just weird stuff. Just every winter, every single year. I think it's less so in Chicago, but it's still like that in Chicago. But especially like the further you get away. It's kind of different in southern Illinois too. Illinois is such a long state, dude. It should really be like 2. But northern and southern Illinois are completely different, bro. Southern Illinois is like you're literally in the south. Northern Illinois is like you're nearing Canada. Somewhat. Not really, guys, but like a little bit. Anyways. So, that's a big cause. Also, your diet. I think I mentioned this in another video. People talk about they're depressed and shit. Bro, you don't even know what the gut microbiome is. They call it the second brain. Why do they say that? It controls all the chemical production that goes on in your body. So, like, if you're eating McDonald's and drinking alcohol and doing all this shit that's destroying the good bacteria and just making bad ones, yeah, you're gonna feel depressed. Your brain isn't gonna produce dopamine. I have a chemical imbalance. This is what I really wanted to talk about. So I actually come from a family line that has depression and anxiety in it. My dad and my uncle are anxious people, and my mom's side, my grandma's depressed. And it's like, I can say this having been depressed and anxious. I wouldn't really consider myself to be now. Like I said, I don't really think that stuff's super real. Here's the thing. When you have that stuff, it means you have a genetic predisposition to it. So like, for example, if you have an addictive trait in your personality, right, in your genome, you can fight it. Like, that's a thing, right? You could just avoid, like, I have a friend, it's from my psych class, and he goes, yeah, I don't really go out and drink or anything because, like, my dad was an alcoholic, you know, and he has an addictive personality, but he doesn't tap into it. He knows how to avoid it and shit. And you need to do the same if you have that fucking depression, anxiety in your genome. Like, don't get me wrong, I've noticed this. This is kind of, I think I mentioned this in another video as well. I could do the same shit as everyone around me, and I'll feel like shit, you know? That's just the reality of the scenario. Like, because I have this disposition, I guess you could say, I'm gonna feel worse than other people would doing the same things. But guys, you just have to do more. That's the answer. And like, I fucking hate it when people talk about like, well, I just have a chemical imbalance. I've heard that so many times, and it's like, yeah, but you can balance it, bro. Like, if you truly live your life correctly, you can balance it. So therefore, I'm gonna say this: if you have depression or anxiety, or you think you do, right? Because if you think you do, it's just indicative that your life sucks. You're doing things wrong. You have to stop staying within your own mental game. And that's just the reality of the situation. Like, I'm not saying that to be a dick, but like, especially if you've ever wanted to kill yourself, bro, that's the sign when you need to flip it around right the fuck now. You know? Like, one of my friends, we're not really friends. We were like friends online for like a year, back when I was a loser. And it's like, blah, 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 I tried to kill myself. And I texted him, I'm like, take this as your fucking opportunity. This is the sign that you've literally fucked everything up this bad, bro. You fucked it up this bad. And just change everything, you know? Don't focus on your failures. Just focus on what actually worked. And, yeah, guys, just if you feel depressed at any time, you need to change shit. And I remember I used to write in my journal all the time when I was hell depressed. I'd write like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, feeling sick and tired, more so. And you should feel like that, guys. You should never be comfortable feeling that fucking way, you know? And like, this is the other thing too. When I was really depressed for a while, I'll never consider myself to be like really anxious. I don't really think I was ever like that. I was really depressed for a while. And I would compare those days. Like, if I had a day that I had, if I had today was a pretty good day for me. If I had today, 2 years ago, that would be like, this is literally the best day I've ever had. Because you just get used to it, you know? You're used to feeling like shit. And so a good day at the time when you feel like shit would be like an average day at a different time in life, you know? And I honestly think that that's one of the worst things that you could do for yourself, is become accepting of fucking hating your life, bro. Just to be like, well, this is just how it is. Like, it's a normal day, you know? Yeah, but I just really wanted to talk about the fact that you can mitigate these things. You're not bound to it just because you have a genetic predisposition. And, like, in a sense, and, like, don't get me wrong, I still have days where I'm like, fuck, and I kind of feel myself, like, feeling a little depressed. But it's nothing like it was. It used to be every day. Every single day would be, like, a horrible day for me. Like, by my standards now, I'm saying. If I had one of those days now, I would be like, this is the worst fucking day ever, bro. You know? And guys, I just want to be here to say to any teenager who's out here fucking dealing with this shit, trust me, it gets better, bro. It 100% gets better. That's the tragedy of teen suicide, bro. Is like, you didn't even see it through, bro. Like, you still fucking live with your parents and you decided that this is all of life. You know? You haven't even been alive for 20 years. Hell, I haven't been alive for 20 years. But, like, still, you know? And that's what's so sad about it. there's suicide is a problem of hopelessness. That's what it comes down to. I remember I was arguing with my ex-girlfriend. She said she felt suicidal, and I told her, bro, I was mad as shit about this. I literally mapped out everything for her to how to fix her life. Dude, I've done this for like 3 of my fucking girlfriends, and this shit drives me absolutely insane. This just speaks to the nature of women. Anyways, and she got mad at me. She's like, well, you don't know how I think? Because I told her that because she felt suicidal, it meant that she's hopeless. And I'm like, no, I do know how you think, bro. This is literally how it is. She got so mad at me, bro. We had such a big argument. But, it wasn't like that with the other ones. They just didn't listen and got mad at me and shit. Or they would just take the advice and then not actually use it. They'd just be like, okay. Anyways. Sorry, that was a bit of a side note. But, suicide is an issue of hopelessness. And to feel hopeless, truly hopeless, to the point where you'd actually fucking do that shit before you've even left your parents' house, before you've even seen so much of the world. That's tragic, bro. Shit's real tragic. You know? But, anyways. Back to what I was saying. Guys, this stuff can be controlled. And I want to make a video about ego too. But it's like, think about cognitive dissonance, it being the root of all issues, all negative emotions you feel. You feel some type of dissonance. And you know, me and my friend were talking on the phone about a week ago. It was funny, dude, because we were having the deepest conversation ever for like 10 or 15 minutes, bro. Like, we're fucking bouncing the most complex ideas off each other, talking about like society and these trends that we see in people's brains and shit over long periods of time, comparing them back to our hometown. And he goes, bro, I'm high as shit right now, bro. This edible has fucking been killing me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? You're high as fuck when we had this conversation. Anyways, shout out my boy Kellen. We're talking, and he goes, I've been like stressed out lately for blah 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 reason, I don't remember why. And he goes, and dude, I started like reflecting on my past a ton, dude. And like I realized, like, when you're in this high cortisol state, your brain automatically reverts to your past, thinking about what you did wrong, just reflecting on different moments and shit. And it's just cause like it's trying to piece together how to not make this happen again, how to actually learn your lesson and shit. But like, when he said that, dude, I was like, what the fuck, dude, he's so right. Unbelievable. It's so true, though. I haven't read psych research about this at all. But I would fully believe that that's true. You know, it makes a lot of sense. I think it's people's, I think I said this in my last video as well. It's people's instinct that when they mess something up, they want to look at their past and they want to criticize themselves. Oh, I should have known, you know. I got in a car accident like in November, I would believe. And like my car got totaled, and it wasn't my fault at all. Like, it was this drunk guy. Well, they wrote in the police report intoxication by alcohol or drugs, so we don't really know, but he was ridiculously fucked up, and it was literally entirely his fault. Like, I was driving through an intersection and he's in the left turn lane while the arrow's red, and he sees a cop behind him and just fucking bodies my car, bro. He totaled that shit. And like, no one even got hurt. Like, my cousin's rib kind of got hurt. It wasn't bad. Like, he didn't break it. It was probably bruised at most. And still, dude, I still like sometimes will think about it and be like, fuck, man, what could I have done? You know? And it's just natural human instinct. That's the other part of suicide. I was telling this girl this. I go, suicide is the most selfish thing you could do. To commit suicide is like if someone put a gun to my head and they're like, kill your entire family and you'll get to live, or I kill you and I go kill my whole family. Because, hear me out, you take all the pain and suffering in your life, not only do you extend it to everyone around you, you fucking multiply that shit, bro. You multiply that shit and then give it to them. Because If I meet someone once 2 years ago, if some kid from my high school killed themselves that I barely knew, I didn't talk to once, I'd still be like, fuck, I should have known, bro. Like, I should have done more. And that's just natural human instinct, you know? I mean, it's just kind of our nature. But that's why I say it's selfish. And it is, bro. You can't keep your shit together. You failed too hard. Because to feel that level of hopelessness and depression, you're failing, right? And I don't mean that in the sense of like, well, you're going to keep failing. Because the reality is, there's so much hope. So fucking much, bro. We're so back. You know? And like, when you're not even 40, bro. You're so far from 40. Most people who are watching this, my demographic is like 50% 18 to 24. And it's like, you can come in. Just like, you're going to be in the background. It's like, you're so far, bro. There's 100% hope. You don't think that you could fucking learn in this amount of years, bro? Are you kidding me? You know? It's just ridiculousness. It's so tragic, man. But, yeah, anyways, when I told this girl, she goes, that's too harsh. Like, yeah, I think if you told someone who's suicidal that, they'd just fucking still do it. Because, like, you made them sad and shit about themselves. Make them feel pathetic. But, it's just true, guys. And honestly, you need a hard lesson in your life when you feel this way. You don't need softness. Oh, I'm so sorry. You need someone to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? You have so much potential, so much goodness you could do, right? You don't have children. You haven't even met a girl that you might marry. You're not even at the age where you might reasonably get married, bro. You know? That's what people really need. But, my advice to anyone who's anxious or depressed, journal. For real. You know, there was a while where I would journal and just write bad shit. I'd just be like, well, I'm just writing my thoughts. That's what I told myself. But, like, I was writing horrendous things, bro. Like, horrible ideas and shit. Ideas and, like, horrible reflections upon my day and myself and shit. And, like, I honestly think it made me more depressed. Because I would do it every night. And I'd look back, dude, and be like, fuck, man. This is, like, literally my whole life now. Like, this is everything, bro. It's been, like, 2 years of this. I've fucking 2 years of books of me writing horrible shit about my life. And it just made me feel worse. It made me feel more hopeless. But once I stopped focusing on that, bro, I started just writing shit. Writing actually good things. Started writing things that are going to benefit my life. Just writing about my day in general, bro. That shit helped me a fuck ton. And, you know, not only can I, track my progress. Like, I look at the start of even this journal that I have. I've had it for 3 years. Because, like, I stopped writing so much at that point. Like, I was like, nah, I'm not doing all this. Over 3 years of writing, dude. And the amount of progress I can track in just this one journal is absolutely insane. I think I have 3 full. This one I'm actually getting close. But the progress I can see, bro, makes me feel great. Makes me feel amazing about myself, dude. Because I'm sure you've heard this. Every time you think of a memory, it gets distorted a little bit. Right? And sometimes it's a lot of it. And the amount of distortion that you could give yourself with your memories is absurd, bro. It's insane. And so, like, when you think back, I think if I didn't have these, bro, I mean, who knows what I could think back. I could think back and be like, well, it wasn't that bad, you know? I could think back and think, I've barely made progress. Listen to this fucking devil telling me this shit. But no, bro, it's in writing. But that's one piece of advice I can give. Don't be overly negative. Talk about the reality. Be like, I've been depressed as fuck, or some shit. I thought about doing this. But don't just write like, my life fucking sucks, blah blah blah, just complaining about shit and being overly negative. Because the other part of it too is, like, writing stuff, it sticks in your brain a lot more, like a ton more, you know? And you don't want your brain to be even more full of this shit. That's the other stuff, guys, that I can say. Genuinely, Genuinely, nothing has helped me more. I think I talked about this in my Psychology to Fix Your Life video, but no one watched it anyway, so. Nothing has helped my life more than fucking living. Just living it out, bro. Just fucking being conscious. I guess living it out isn't really a good explanation. I'm kind of tired right now, guys. Sorry. Nothing has helped my life more than just fucking sitting alone for hours. For hours, bro. Talking to no one. Not going on my phone. Not going on my computer. I don't even have them near me at all. And, I heard David Goggins say this. He goes, for all those people that don't know what to do with their lives, all these kids and teenagers and shit, lock yourself in your room for 2 hours with nothing. No phone. Leave it in the other room. And you will come out understanding your dream and how to get there. And, it's the same shit, guys. It's the same shit. When you're depressed as fuck, your dream is to be happy. And so, when you actually take the time to consciously think, really figure things out, it's going to heavily improve your life. Massively. An absurd amount. And think about this, guys. So much of this generation is depressed. So much depressed. And it's well, why is that? And I actually did a survey about this for my psych class. Okay. I asked people how much. Oh, no. The last question was, in a few words, what do you think can be attributed to the significant numbers of people claiming anxiety and depression today? And 2 people said social media, 2 people said lifestyle, 1 said society. Whoever the fuck told that girl society is the reason that she's depressed, bro, that's the dumbest shit. Because I don't buy any of these reasons that are out of your control, bro. Yes, this will increase your likelihood, but at the end of the day, who is it up to control their life? Who is it up to make things good? Balance their actions. It's fucking up to you, bro. It's literally only in your hands. Yes, to an extent, people are going to influence it. Yeah, you still got to go to work tomorrow. Yeah, you're still going to have to live with your parents. But, there's plenty that you can control. Very little you can't. And to focus on, well, people around me. Yeah, people around you are going to do shit. But what? What about you? Well, you spend 4 hours a day on TikTok. You eat McDonald's chicken McNuggets. You fucking drink caffeine all the time. It's you don't know anything about your dopamine production. And you're telling yourself that society is the reason you're depressed, But, anyways, guys, what I was going to say is, people are well, these are the reasons that everyone's depressed today. And you feel depressed. Don't do the fucking things that are making everyone depressed, bro. And I know that's that's so obvious. But, bro, no, it isn't. I spent hours trying to improve myself. Not hours, more I spent years trying to improve myself before I said fuck social media. I spent years trying to improve myself before I stopped doing basic pitfalls that get people, because I like them, bro. I like to cope, right? Don't get me wrong, I fucking love to smoke weed when I'm sad, because I get to escape, of course. But that's what keeps you fucking there. You go watch a TV show every time you're sad and you forget about why you're sad. You're gonna stay in that state, bro. You don't fucking learn how to get out of it. You learn to put a show on, yeah, sure. You learn to distract yourself. But you don't. What happens when you can't do that, bro? What happens for the rest of the fucking next day? And I don't know if this stuff seems obvious. I don't know how this became a video on how to escape depression and anxiety like shit. But anxiety is a result of lack of solutions. I said that in one of my video comments. And that's true. That's really true. You have a lack of solutions for a lot of things. And so you just fucking feel anxious all the time. Yeah, that makes sense though, cognitively, If you had I saw this video, this is a good example. saw this video. I don't know why I fucking said that, bro. That shit was stupid. I saw this video of this guy, and there's like a clown, a scary looking clown guy standing there. And the guy just stands there and stares back at him, right? Some guy comments and he goes, "There's no fear when you have a strap." Like a gun, right? Just for anyone who didn't understand that. And it's like, I'm sure that you can understand this, right? He doesn't have anxiety. He's not running away from the scary clown guy because he has a fucking gun, bro. He has a solution. Like, that dude tries to come at him, bang bang, game's over, right? Versus like, you have a fucking pepper spray. Ah! That's not gonna do anything, bro. You'd be scared because you have a solution, yeah, but it's not a fucking good one. That's exactly how it is, guys. For real, I seriously think that writing and spending time in your own head when you have anxiety are the best things you could possibly do. The best things, bro. And when you're in your own head, when I say that, I don't mean just let the anxious thought loop run, which actually there is some benefit to that. But I mean more so, be productive. Just like, get yourself into a place, because here's the thing. When you just let the loop run, you're just wasting time, building up cortisol levels and shit. Just making stuff. I mean, there's some value to it, right? So you get to acclimate to yourself. And through this, you get to be better, just because you're more used to yourself, right? Like, that Renee Mathers guy, I'd never say her name right, bro, I know. I'm sorry. He commented on my other video that people in the past civilizations were bored. And I said, well, no, I really disagree with this, actually. I don't think that anyone was bored before. I think that our boredom isn't boredom. I think it's a discomfort with living in our own heads because we've escaped so far, you know? I'm hanging out with my friends, and we sit on my couch, bro, and everyone goes on their phone. Something's uncomfortable about sitting in your head when you're acclimated to escaping it, you know? So it just became like an automatic habit for everyone. And like, no, you're not, dude, you don't get bored when you sit for 5 minutes. You don't get bored, you get uncomfortable. You get fucking like, oh, you're a little antsy. Oh, I have to think clearly, you know? That's like, it's kind of why I also, I try and like, sometimes before my videos, I don't always do this. Sometimes I'll spend like 30 minutes just doing nothing, just to clear my head. Jung would write that you're drawing from the collective unconscious, but anyways, I mean, I would somewhat agree, actually. But like, yeah, guys, it's gonna be it's gonna feel bad, bro. It's gonna feel bad. But it's like I talked about in my last video. To be actually cool, to be actually above average, not really cool. To be truly above average, you have to do the shit that feels bad. You know? It's true. I'm so pissed that flip phone didn't work. It makes me so sad, dude. I have the box right here, actually. Yeah, but, stop making excuses, guys. That's like the main thing. Yeah, I know your life sucks. Yeah, I know. Like, I get it, bro. I really do. But like, you've been failing. It's really what it comes down to. And never get comfortable with failing, bro. Never accept defeat. This is your life, bro. This is your fucking life. I don't have to live it, bro. I don't have to live that shit. So I, honestly, I'm not gonna put in my all to fucking fix you, right? But like, I can fix him. Shut the fuck up. This dude literally murdered 10 people. I would fucking personally strangle a bitch if one of my family members got killed by a serial killer, and then I see a TikTok girl thirsting over him, making edits and shit. That is the most fucked up thing you could possibly do ever, dude. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Are you serious? Like, why you gotta post it on a public platform, bro? Keep that in your head. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's the most insensitive shit. I honestly, I think I would prefer to see my family member get in a car accident on Instagram Reels than like fucking have some TikTok girls thirsting over my brother's killer. That's the most horrendous shit fucking ever, bro. Anyways, sorry guys, that's a bit of a side note. Remind yourself, this is the other thing too. I remember telling my girlfriend about this. I go, listen, I know that I'm fucking distorted in my head. I know that I'm not thinking straight about shit. Like, for example, when I'm in a relationship, I get overly jealous and shit. And sometimes I think, like, fuck, she doesn't even like me, bro. When she clearly likes me, right? Everything's good. Like, nothing happens. I'll get in my head about shit. Fuck, bro, she doesn't like me anymore. Bro, it's because I did this. All this shit. And I told my girlfriend one time, one of my exes, I don't remember which one, bro. I go, listen, I have to remind myself all the time that I don't think clearly about some stuff, right? Just because I feel like you're fucking cheating on me and I'm paranoid doesn't mean that that's the reality. And so I'll never bring it up to you and I'll never be mad about it because you really didn't do anything, you know? And it was some scenario that she was like telling herself some fake shit that I didn't do. Or like she's flipping out about nothing. But I'm like, at the end of the day, even though I feel like this, I know it's not your fault, and so I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm not going to make you own up to that. Oh, I'm so sorry, because I just feel like that, bro. That's just fucking me. It's like, guys, if you have depression or anxiety or some shit, you have to remind yourself that you're distorted in your head. Like, damn, bro, I sound so good with my fucking voice like this. But damn, I feel like shit. Anyways, you're distorted in your head. Like, you have to, although I have a lot more voice cracks, you're distorted in your head. You can't think things and be like, I'm correct, which is the natural instinct when you think something. Because you're fucked, bro. Like, huh? You know? I mean, imagine if a schizophrenic was listened to as being empirically correct, you know? There's fucking people, bro. No, there isn't. Well, he feels like there's people, so that means that there are people. No, that doesn't mean that there are people. You know? And I think that's one of the greatest things you could do for yourself. Same with, like, me having ADHD. When I feel like, I can take a break. No, bro, I can't fucking take a break. Just because I feel like I should. Because I'm like, well, you know, that doesn't mean I should, you know? And it's like, I think that we feed people this idea that their thoughts are always correct. I don't know when this became a thing, bro. I honestly think it came with, like, trans people. I'm gonna be real, bro. Because that's the argument I hear a lot. It's like, how are you gonna tell me what I am if I know I'm this, you know? And most people are like, well, you feel like they see like a fucking girl. She looks like a girl. And she says, well, I'm a boy because I cut my hair short. That's what they all fucking do. I'm not saying that they all look like girls, by the way. I'm just saying that they all fucking, that's always at the start. The beginning pipeline. Anyways. And so then it's like, well, she's a boy, so he's a boy now, I guess. You know, because he feels like it. I think that's honestly the beginning of this idea on such a mass scale. But anyways, it's really important, guys. It's really important to remind yourself these things. I remember I told my bipolar friend this, and it's interesting too, because when you have depression, you're kind of like a bipolar in a sense, but like you have the shitty version, bro. I remember I wrote this once. I fucking wish I could at least be manic, bro. Like, damn, I just get the bad part. But when you're depressed, you kind of are like bipolar in a sense, Because every once in a while, bro, this happens every such a once in a while. I feel like I'm fucking on top of the world, dude. I feel amazing, like once every 6 months. And it's not like I'm actually manic, but like you feel splendid, bro. Like beyond good. And I think it's important too to remind yourself that like you can actually achieve that feeling normally, but you just have to work. That's it, guys. That's it. I just wanted to do a little hope post. Hope post, guys. It always gets better. Much love. Anyone out there fucking suffering and shit. It gets better, bro. It does. And I'm not saying you're a failure. I'm just saying that you have failed in some parts of your life. And you know what the beautiful thing about that is, guys? You know what the beautiful thing about having failed? It's that you're not fucking stuck to that shit. It's that you can always, because you have failed, you know what it's like at the bottom now, you know? I think that's a very important thing. I really do, guys. To understand what it's like to fucking hate your life is one of the, it's a great thing, you know? It's like how if you're a poor guy and then you get rich, you're gonna be a good rich guy. Like, the guys who are assholes and rich are the ones who are fucking rich their whole life and they don't understand how much they have. When you're poor and you're rich, after, you understand how bad it is, bro. You understand what it's like having to eat the government cheese and shit. And then you're fucking going out, bro. I'm trying to think of a nice cheese. I don't know. Prosciutto. Is that a cheese? I'm not really fucking sure. I got $500 brie. After eating the government cheese, bro, you're like, started from the bottom, now we here. But listen, guys, listen. You could view your happiness like a wealth too, you know? It's the same shit. It really is. It's a wealth, bro. It's a currency, right? You fucking sell your happiness, bro, for work, by the way. Isn't that cute, guys? Isn't that cute? Anyways, back to what I was saying. And it's like, when you're at the poorest point of happiness, right? You're fucking just going through your days just suffering. Just hating everything, right? And then you're actually happy. You understand what that happiness really means. You know what it's like. You know? Shit, man. I should make a video about insomnia, too. And I want to do a bipolar one as well. Man. I'm just going to make this a series, actually. Just fucking rants about mental illnesses. I used to be friends with a lot of people who were, like, also mentally ill. Like, a lot. So I can actually talk about a lot of this stuff. But, yeah, guys. That sums it up. This was long as shit. I'm gonna go drink a protein shake and get in bed, bro. But, hope you guys understood this message. I know it's not easy to hear when you're in that place, but like, this is just the reality, guys. I'll actually leak shit about myself that's like that I fucking hide, like journal entries and stuff. Not the full journal entries, but like I'll read excerpts and shit. If I'm big enough, but like I don't have enough of a following to the point where that's worth it for people that are in my life to hear that shit. You know? But yeah, guys. That's it. I hope someone relates to this. And hopefully someone could pick something up. You know, but write, guys, write. Write what works, too. Also, write while you're eating. Bro, you feel shitty. You should be willing to put in the most fucking work ever. I hope my neighbors hear this. You should be willing to put in the most fucking work you could possibly imagine. Because you hate your life, bro. What do you have to lose? You're at fucking rock bottom. Seriously. You know? Like, if every moment is suffering, this should be the biggest fucking motivator ever. But it never is. It always becomes hopelessness, and they never work hard. It's not that they never work hard. They never, they don't really see an out. Just because, like, when you've been depressed for years, dude, I understand this. I always thought to myself, I've tried everything. I've literally fucking tried everything. And, bro, the reality is you never tried everything. You know, you're fucking suicidal. Have you tried everything? I've tried a lot of stuff. Tried fucking everything, bro. That's it, guys. Have a good night.